Hey y'all, I'm really trying to keep a smile on my face, but if you haven't looked at the title of this video yet, I'm not gonna be the happiest person alive talking about this topic. Now, I'm not sure everyone knows about this yet, but a couple days ago I found this on Tumblr, and I was actually stuck in the middle of my intercession class, and it was one of those moments where I really wanted to scream at the top of my lungs, but I literally couldn't, or else I would look like the weirdest person in the room. So, basically, the story starts, or dates back, all the way to around this time last year. I was probably doing the same thing. I was on my laptop, just derping around, and then I see a Facebook story where BBC, the famous British channel known for hosting shows like Doctor Who and Sherlock, was producing a TV show, a sort of a biographical TV show that's based around the adventures of Elizabeth Taylor, the very famous actress, and her very close friend Michael Jackson, who's my favorite singer of all time. Like, the show is supposed to be about, it's, if you guys know, like, buddy road trip comedy movies, it's supposed to be, from what I've seen in previews or, like, the summary, it's supposed to be like that, but in a TV show as well. At first I didn't mind it. I thought this idea was pretty cool, but then I looked at who was going to be playing the characters, and I came to the discovery that Joseph Fiennes, the brother of the famous Ralph Fiennes, was going to be playing the King of Pop himself. That's not weird at all. But really, the moment I saw that, I was looking at this actor, like, they showed pictures, and I was like, why this guy? Like, this guy is the most unfitted Michael Jackson I have ever seen in my life. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I know everyone's thinking, oh, this is a racial thing, because Michael Jackson was born black, but then he had this skin disorder that made him turn white. So of course, if it's gonna be taking place in the early 90s, Michael has to be white. That's not my issue. That is not my main issue. Or that wasn't my main issue at the time. Michael, for those of you who don't know, or have been living under a rock, I guess, Michael has this very specific look that it's almost impossible to copy on a natural sense. Like, everyone knows if you're gonna try to portray Michael Jackson in the 90s and 2000s, a lot of makeup and costume is required. Like, my main fear, like, back at the time was, like, how are they gonna do this to Joseph Fiennes? Because Joseph Fiennes, of course, looks absolutely nothing like the King of Pop as he was in the 90s, or at the time where this TV show is going to take place. Of course, my mother was just like, don't worry about it, Caitlin, I'm sure they're gonna do fine. BBC has the budget. My friend Jack was the same way. So I was just like, alright, we'll see how this goes. At least it's not going to be available till next year, so next year comes around, which is this year. I was casually scrolling through my Tumblr page, as I casually do on a daily basis, to see, like, what was up. And at this time, I had completely, totally forgot that the British TV, like, biopic TV show was actually happening. I completely, totally forgot. So I was scrolling around, but then I saw this post that says, footage released of this new TV show about Michael Jackson and Elizabeth Taylor. And I was like, I remember talking about this with my mother last year. And the post was basically a series of pictures or GIFs of videos that they had shot of this new TV show, and of course they were of Joseph Fiennes as Michael Jackson and the female actress who played Elizabeth Taylor. The actress they got for Elizabeth Taylor, she was pretty accurate. Like, I guess she was a little chubbier than the original Elizabeth Taylor, but she actually looked like Elizabeth Taylor. Michael Jackson, however, the first pic that they showed, like, he had the sunglasses and the fedora, like, you know, the classic Michael Jackson look, what do you expect? At first I was like, I could have seen worse, I guess. But then I see the second picture. What the hell is that? What the living hell is this? I don't know what budget BBC had for their costume and makeup crew, but that is the most disturbing thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Joseph's eyes look like they're gonna be bulging out of his head, and the nose that they have for Michael's look at the time, that thing looks like it's gonna fall off even more than Michael's real nose ever did. Like, what do they use for that? Paper mache? That looks disgusting! And of course, reading more into the Tumblr post, everyone on every piece of social media was ranting about this. They were irate when they found this out. They said it was disgusting, they said it was horrifying, and I also found this tweet. I don't own a Twitter, but they screenshotted a tweet and put it on Tumblr. That's basically summarized this entire endeavor. Exactly what I was thinking. Get Joseph Fiennes to play Michael Jackson. We should get Tom Hanks to play Berry Gordy instead. That would be fun. Of course, the Tumblr posts were making this more about the race issue of Michael Jackson rather than the costuming issue. Like I said before, the race thing really wasn't my problem. Like, if you can get a guy that looks like a certain person to play Michael, that's completely fine with me. But the fact that you turned an actor and made him look like that, just the look in general, oh my god, I wanted to cry so bad. It just looked so horrible. I sent that picture to my mother, and she completely took back everything she said. She took back everything she said about this TV show not being as bad as I thought it was going to be. She says, by the look of that picture, it was going to be a lot worse if Joseph Fiennes is going to be dressed like that for every single episode. Now, I don't know too much about this show. Like, I don't know how many episodes it's going to be. I don't know how long it's going to run. But if I know anything for a fact, I don't know anybody who's going to be watching this show if they're going to have nightmare-inducing images like this before they go to sleep that night. I know I'm definitely not going to be watching this show because why would you do that? Why would you do this to poor MJ? He's been dead for like 6 years now, or 7 years now or something. Give him a break. Like, don't let his legacy be ruined by this horrifying image. I would talk more about this, but like I said, I don't know much information about this show to make a full conclusion about it. Like I said, I don't think it's been released yet, so, like I said, they only released certain footage from this show, and with that footage, it's not confirmed, like, when it's gonna be coming out. But if you guys want to see this show, watch it at your own risk, I guess. Because, look, I'm probably the biggest Michael Jackson fan in the world, but that's too much. Like, what I saw the other day, that was too much for me. That was too much for me. So if you guys have any, like, thoughts on this, like if you agree or disagree, we're all human beings, you can put them in the comment section below. If you have more information about the show, please tell me by putting them in the comments. I will look into it. But however, if you are asking me to watch this, I'm probably gonna have to say no. Sorry. But anyway, thanks for letting me rant on here. It's been slightly fun for me. Like, I'm probably gonna do some of these more often, because there are a lot of things that anger me, but it's probably gonna be more on the entertainment side. I'm not gonna get too political. I mean, you're not gonna be seeing me posting rants about Donald Trump anytime soon, or else that'll be every day for the rest of my life. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. I'm Cait, and it's been real. Bye-bye! Hi guys. If you're wondering why I look tired and ready to die, I'm tired because I went to bed at 2 o'clock this morning. Yeah, this week is not really the best as far as parting time or making time for myself is concerned, but I digress. Yeah, this is a part 2 to the rant, because literally after I finished the first part of the rant video about Joseph Fiennes and Michael Jackson and such, I actually learned a couple more things about this incident that I should clarify. For one thing, that Michael Jackson and Elizabeth Taylor TV show thing I was talking about, it actually wasn't a show about them. The videos or the footage was actually a part of something called Urban Myths, which it was supposed to be a BBC show where they take, like, urban myths, like housewives' tales, and they try to clarify what those are really about. And apparently one of those episodes had to deal with Michael Jackson or Elizabeth Taylor. That part was not really clarified as to why, but that was going to be one of the episodes. And back to what I said, when I actually ended the first half of the video yesterday, I got a text message from my dad that they actually pulled the Michael Jackson episode from being broadcasted because of how many people were irate when they found out Joseph Fiennes was going to be playing the character. So, in order to find out if this was actually true or not, I did some news finding on the internet, and yes, the episode actually did get pulled from this TV show, and it's still undecided when the TV show is going to air. I have to say, thank God. Thank God, because the last thing we need is another Michael Jackson caricature on TV, because that was basically what Joseph Fiennes looked like when the footage came out. He just looked like a caricature of Michael Jackson and not really much the actual thing. So I just wanted to clarify that a little bit. I still hope you enjoyed my little rant when the episode was still in the process of being decided, I guess. I mean, it is what it is, but I still wanted to put that rant up there because I found myself laughing at myself, or laughing at the situation still. I mean, it's now like a funny memory than it is a mistake about to be put on television. So I hope you guys have a good day again, and I'm Cait, and it's been real this time. Bye-bye.